Clarets TV talking to City Manager Robbie Simpson following the 2-1 defeat here against Hungerford Town. Robbie, a frustrating one today and one where nothing's really gone right for us except for the goal, but unfortunately we've come out with nothing in the end.
Yeah, I'm gutted for the boys actually, because when something happens like that in the first minute with Dave, who is our captain, our leader, it's easy to crumble. But we didn't. We started that first half so well. Got a goal up, really good finish from Zach, who I thought had a really good debut, having to move positions as well at that stage. And we were pressing for another. I was eager. I was shouting on to the team to try and get another, because I could sense that, could smell blood as they were, that they were a bit wounded and we were on the up, and I wanted to get another. And we almost did. I thought we did. I'm told it was close either way. But then they got the other end and a mistake. You know, this wasn't a pitch for passing back to the goalie. It would be the last option you choose, and for that reason, what happened to the goal, it can happen on this pitch. Ches has defended initially very, very well the counter attack, and he's got himself in a position to then make a choice, and he's made the choice to pass it back to uphill, back to Jacob on a bobbly pitch, and they equalise. And going in at 1-1, they're downhill. Second half, home team. They just played efficient football and hoped for a moment, and they got that. They were bright. Their front three, we knew coming into this, are bright, really, really bright and sharp, and looked to run off each other, and that's what happened. And that's where probably Zach and Ade need to learn from someone like Dave, that someone just can't run through untouched like that. It was a simple goal, long ball forward, flick on, run through, and I feel like a Dave Winfield type experienced person would have got in the way of that runner, or blocked him, or bumped him, or committed a foul. And that's the experience and the know-how. We were just a little bit naive, not too much. We're a lot better than what we were in games like this earlier on in the season, but we were just a touch naive still without Dave, and then obviously we lost Simeon just before half time as well. We were just a touch naive, and but ultimately that period of Dara's goal, no goal, to the mistake that led to their goal, that's kind of changed the game, because before that we were really, really good.
Yeah, you mentioned it there, and obviously it was a fantastic run from Dara and really unlucky not to go in the end, but it turned out to be a bit of a sliding doors moment, didn't it, in the game? Yeah,
it would have been a great goal, and that's what we like Dara doing, running beyond from that top midfield position, advanced midfield position, and he timed it ever so well, skipped past their defender, and I thought it was in. I think it was in until it bubbled, and then it hit the post, and then it was rolling across the line by the looks of it. It's one of those games, but obviously it's an honest mistake, and it's cost us the game, because, like I say, half time, I know, because I heard their manager was very vocal with them at half time, and they came out and they played a lot more efficient football, forward balls. Followed that forward ball up to win the second ball, and we were just a touch naive in that sense. We didn't play as efficient football as I would have hoped us to in that second half, but it's tough. It's tough when teams are doing that to you, and we were up the hill, and they had the incendiary of just scoring a goal just before half time, but their second goal itself, like I said, was just a little bit a touch naive from us.
Yeah, just talking about the injuries in the game as well. Obviously, we lose Dave really early on, which the team reacted well to. But then Simeon goes down later in the half. And do you feel like in the second half that we were missing that leadership on the pitch of the both of them? Obviously, Charlie's coming in, he's experienced as well. But without Dave and Simeon, they've been two big players for us during our recent run.
Yeah, hard to replace that. You ask them to step up, but it's never going to quite be a Dave Winfield or a Simeon. You're asking others to step up, and they tried. I can't fault any of them in there. We've been on a really good run, and it's important now that we've tasted defeat for the first time in a little while, that we respond to it next week, because we we can't let this affect the momentum we've been building the last couple of months.
Yeah, and just on Dave and Simeon, how are they, and is there any chance of them being back for next week, maybe?
I wouldn't have thought so, no.
Talking about positive in the game though, Zach Bradshaw's come in through the week and then obviously scored. He's got a goal on his debut for us, and it was an assured performance from a young lad, wasn't it?
It was, and he was asking me stuff at half time, obviously moving back to centre back about their strikers being clever, and coming in last minute on his blind side and winning flick-ons, and he was asking me how he can deal with that. So he's learning all the time as well, and we hope to help his development. But he was good, he showed in training on Thursday that he was a good size, good presence, can put himself about, but has got really good quality on the ball, and he took his goal ever so well, I have to say, ever so well, and he can be really, really pleased with his debut for us.
Yeah, then moving on to Chippenham next week, another team that's looking up the table and looking to move into a playoff place. What are your thoughts ahead of that one?
Yeah, we're kind of rolling in. I know we've played Bath twice, but we're rolling into the second time we've played teams, so there's stuff to learn from the first time we play them. And I really like the feeling of no one taking more off us than we take off them. And obviously we've got a head start with Chippenham because we beat them at their place. But like with Bath, if we can do the double over them and get 2 victories against them, it stands us in good stead maybe, and takes the pressure off when we play those teams that we have lost to try and get the win against those. So it's an important game for us. More importantly, I think it's important for us having tasted defeat, like I said, because we can't let it halt our momentum that we've been building.
Thanks, Robbie.
Thank you.